Now to the groundbreaking movement in Detroit that could prove to be a model for the rest of this country. Back in 2009, more than 11,000 rape kits were found at a police storage facility. They've been sitting there untested for 30 years, and it would cost almost $30 million to test and prosecute. When Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy went public with the situation, one Detroit businesswoman took it upon herself to find ways to raise money in the private sector, and her effort has blossomed into a collaboration called Enough Sexual Assault in Detroit, or Enough Said. It is a combination of public and private groups from major corporations to local police. And joining us now, Joanna Klein, Chief Marketing Officer of the company Fathead, who spearheaded the effort. Thank you so much for your time.
It's an honor to be here talking about this.
And it's an honor, honestly, to talk to you. Let me put the numbers out here. The federal government estimates that there are hundreds of thousands of untested rape kits throughout the country. It's a crisis that got national attention after the vice president announced almost $80 million in grants to dozens of agencies nationwide to clear these backlogs. Nevertheless, you and so many other women in Detroit decided to take action with the backlog in your city. How did you hear about the problem, Joanna, in the first place?
Back in 2013, I saw Prosecutor Worthy on an episode of Rock Center. I just happened to be watching it, and she was talking about the rape kit backlog. And I was, and I still am, absolutely horrified that this happened. It's unthinkable when you think about these women, victims of sexual assault, going through the long, arduous process of evidence collection off of their bodies. These kits are collected, turned over to the police, and at that time, these kits were then just placed on shelves. And I understand that Detroit is really, really turning around, coming alive. It's an amazing resurgence here, but the city officials can't do it alone. I work here, I play here. A lot of us live here, and we have to do our part to help keep this city safe and bring justice to the victims.
By the numbers, dollar figure wise, what would it have cost the city? I know that they negotiated the cost of testing the kits from $1,500 to $490, but what was the number you and the other businesswomen were facing? What did you need to come up with?
We were looking at a number that ranged anywhere from $20 to $30 million at the time. The state has been incredible, the city, the county, other states, and the national government to help give money to test the kits. But we're still looking at about $10 million more that we need to investigate the leads that were found through the testing and then prosecute the offenders, get them off the streets.
I know in March 2014 you hosted an event with Mariska Hargitay of Law and Order, SVU, and the Joyful Heart Foundation. When you think about by the numbers, the victims that you've helped and you will help, what does that do for you emotionally? Just, I guess, knowing your connection to something other than yourself?
I'm proud of the work we're doing. I'm proud of the number of people that are stepping up to help this. I'm a mother, and when I think about my involvement, I think about the lessons that I'm teaching my children about raising your voice. You have a voice, you can use it. You might not have all of the solutions yourself, but you can go out and build an army.
Well, you built an army of wonderful women who've teamed up with you and for a great cause. And congratulations to all of you. It's through this pain and suffering that this story was made public, but it's through your heartfelt work and your dedication and the other business women who've teamed up with you that perhaps some of these victims will get the closure they deserve. Thank you so much for joining us, and we greatly appreciate it, Joanna. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that does it for this hour of MSNBC Live. I'm Tamron Hall. Up next, Andrew.